Alright, hey everyone. So I was doing a little bit of research on the TV series Family Matters, and because it is Black History Month, I felt like this would be a good time to kind of present what I found using Gematria and the numbers that we often see stamped on Black people. So just to get started, in the Family Matters television series, it was the Winslow family that was, the main characters in it. And when written out, Winslow family equates to 181, which is the 42nd prime number. The biggest number we often see stamped on Black people. Jackie Robinson wore number 42. His name Jackie equates to 42. So many examples. But I noticed in the 42nd episode of the entire series, there was a title called Fight the Good Fight. And what stood out about this is I wanted to see what it was, so I YouTubed it and found the scene that in this episode, Laura has her locker spray painted with the N-word. And of all episodes for this to happen in, it happened in the 42nd episode. And note the 20 right here, it was the 20th episode of season 2, but the 42nd episode overall. And so just getting started here with the title, Fight the Good Fight equates to 102, like the word slavery and the N-word. But notice the slavery carries 42 as well as the N-word equates to 42. So, perfect episode number for this to happen in, with the title and everything. But taking a look even at the date that it was aired, March 1st, 1991. Well, March 1st is the 60th day of the year. Steve Urkel equates to 60, and if you run the N-word in the alphabetical order, you'll get the number 60. So again, released on the 60th day of the year, and we're talking about the N-word being spray painted on her locker in episode 42. And so I just want to play the scene here.
No more demonstrations, okay?
Good idea.
But I appreciate all your help.
Oh, anytime, my cute little crusader. I believe in you, and I believe in your cause.
Well, I appreciate that. Hey, my lock is open. Oh, my God.
Laura, what's wrong?
If you want Black history, go back to Africa.
What?
Okay, so that's pretty much where this scene ends there. But just, what are the odds of all that even lining up perfectly with the number 42 and the date that it happened with that particular word? And then I just wanted to kind of go through a little bit of what else I found in the Family Matters television show. You had the grandmother, who was Carl's mother, the police officer. She died on March 17th, 2002 at the age of 90. So of course I wanted to look at her death and see if it was any relation with any familiar numbers or with Family Matters. So seeing that she died on March 17th, that is the 76th day of the year. The words Rasta, slave, blues, Negro all equate to 76. She also died on a 42 date numerology for another 42, and her last name, Lenore, equates to 42. Also want to point out that the last air date of Family Matters, July 17th, 1998, had date numerology of 42. And taking a look at her death date to what would be her upcoming birthday, August 8th of 2002. She died 144 days to her upcoming birthday. And then in the TV series, her son, Reginald VelJohnson, who his real name is, his birthday is August 16th. And if you run her death date to his upcoming birthday that year, it was a span of 153 days. So I found that very what an alignment there, because it all points back to the Jesuit order. Jesuit order equates to 144 and 153, just like how the difference in the death date to their upcoming birthdays. But also take notice that Family Matters has the 54 like Jesuit order. Another thing that I felt like was pretty, relevant for people to realize is the famous line that Steve Urkel says in the TV show, "Did I do that?" equates to 59. And again, going along with Negro, Slave, Rasta, Blues, 59, and then there's the 76s in regards to her dying on the 76th day of the year. Also recall that Steve Urkel, his alias name or his alter ego, whenever he steps into that machine of his and turns into Stefan Urquell instead of Steve Urkel. And I wanted to run Stefan Urquell, equates to 59 and 76. Again, just like this list here, Negro, Slave, Rasta, Blues. And then just to point out that he was born in the year 1976. So those were some finds I had just taking a moment looking at Family Matters. But I mean, definitely, this is not an accident of why it was the 42nd episode and they used the N-word. And another thing, I guess like a sneak peek, because I might look more into it. This is a huge blog I have going on. But one other thing, with the different television series, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, notice there were a total of 148 episodes, and in the Jewish cipher, the N-word equates to 148. And, their last name was Banks in that series, and as a 2 out of 4 cipher overlap with the word black, 11 and 34. But again, just numbers we often see in, especially the 42, because again, 42 is stamped all over famous black people from all different times of, all different eras, really, of everything that we know in black history and whatnot. So, all right, I'll leave it there. See ya.